Hey, welcome back everyone. If you could take a moment and give me a like on this video, that would be much appreciated. So today I'm going to show you the town of Saucelito, which is the first town north of San Francisco, the first exit off the Golden Gate Bridge. And it's a beautiful day here. It's in the 70s. And it's a very popular town. It's a tourist town. So I thought I'd walk around and show you guys something. And I'm going to do something again in this video. My daughter made this. And I'm going to hide this in the video. And the first people, 3 people in the comments that tell me where it is, I'll give you a shout out on one of my future videos. Alright? That would be fun. A little treasure hunt. So come with me and let's go check out the town of Saucelito. All right. So here, there's San Francisco, and then this is Saucelito, and then up there where the cars are is Highway 101, and that's where trucks are going north. And then some of the houses here you can see up there. This is some of the most expensive real estate you can buy in the Bay Area. So if you can imagine what these people are looking at, look at their view. That's the Bay Bridge, Alcatraz, San Francisco, incredible views. And this is the waterfront here. And I used to bring my kids down here and we would look for crabs. So I'm going to see if I could find some crabs for you guys to check out, because my kids really liked it and it's a pretty fun thing to do. Certain times of the day they're all over the rocks down here. So we'll go down here, see if we can find any crabs. Now if you guys can see, but you see the crabs down there? Crawling over, you gotta look close. There's one down there. There's a pretty good sized one right there. But they hang out and they crawl over here eating the barnacles. Check out that rock there. It's like sandstone. And they got this cool seal statue here. It's pretty low tide, because normally this is normally there's, right where I'm standing right now, it would be splashing waves. So it's definitely low tide right now, which is a good time to look for crabs. So right now we're at the southern end of Saucelito. And there's like this main drag and this little walkway along the rocks. And then we get into the town of Saucelito. Oh, I just wanted to give you guys a little tip. You see the parking here? When there's a fire hydrant, look at this beautiful house. This is brand new because I remember it being built. Anyway, right about there where the houses change, they have meters, parking meters. And they're extremely expensive. I think it's like $7 an hour. It's crazy. A quarter buys you like 5 minutes. But past this point here, it's 2-hour parking for free. So if you get here early enough in the morning, or if you're lucky, you could find parking along there, and you don't have to pay a fortune to park downtown. Those are for you on a budget. I parked around the corner. If there's no parking here, you can go around the corner and up the hill. You can always look in that residential area. And I got lucky and found a spot. Just a tip for you. There's some crabs there. See them there sunning on the rock. Eating the moss. You can pick those things up, but you got to go behind them and you got to grab their shell like this so they don't pinch you. Here's another one there. You see him wedged in the rock. There he goes. He saw me. They're very aware and they run pretty fast. Look at these houses up there. That house right there, you're probably looking at $15–20 million. It's no joke right there. Rockstar house. Someone drew this little purple guy on the rock. It's kind of cool. See this old rundown pier here? When I was a kid, I'd ride my bicycle all the way over here from Mill Valley, which is a good ride. It's about 10 miles. And I'd fish. I had a crab net. You just throw it in the water and you buy these fish heads and put it in there, and it attracts crabs. And I'd also fish. There'd be perch in here. This used to be a dock and a lot of people would fish. And I'm surprised there's no one out here fishing now, because you can also catch leopard sharks and things like that out here. There's a crab down there, you see it? See the crab, the kind of orange guy? Anyway, I did catch a fish here or two when I was probably 10. And then I did catch some crabs, and I put them in a beer. You know, remember that when you buy a 6-pack and you get those cardboard things? There was one I found, and I stuffed 6 crabs in there and went home and threw them in a pot. But I didn't know what the hell I was doing. They didn't taste very good to me. This restaurant here, they got some really good seafood. And it's got an awesome view of the bay. See the parking prices? And in this restaurant here, Skolma's is really good too. So if you guys like seafood, either one of these restaurants is a good place to come. So right there where you see the blue pylons coming out of the water, that's where the ferry comes. People commute from there to San Francisco and back. It's a pretty popular commute spot. But it's also fun if you're a tourist and you just want a ferry ride. It's not going to be as expensive as the tourist boats. I think it's like $9 or $10 each way. And it docks you at the ferry building in San Francisco, which is a great place to go. Got all sorts of stores in that ferry building that are neat. Delis and meat markets and cheese places. This sign here shows a little older pictures of Saucelito back in the day. It's a real popular spot right here on a normal non-COVID weekend. These sidewalks would be totally packed with people. So I guess this is the one benefit of doing what I'm doing with COVID is it's not super crowded everywhere, so I have more access to things. Yi Tak Chi Park. This is kind of fun. These go around these steps and they lead to the water. But again, since it's low tide, normally there'd be water right where I'm standing. No crabs here. I like the little spring garden they got here. Nasturtiums and hot lips and gladiolas. It's just amazing to me. I've never seen the town of Saucelito this quiet in my life. It's just extremely popular normally. This store is kind of cool. It's a 24/7 Christmas store. And as you can see, it's closed. Probably due to COVID. Check out this tree. We got mermen and merwomen. Store that has all the things that tourists would want. Saucelito. And the prices are always really good in here. Oh, dog bone with your name on it. This is one of my favorite stores to go into. It's called the Saucelito Ferry Company. We always have really unusual things in here. Hi, how are you? Awesome. What a day, huh? These little race cars are pretty cool. I like those. Yeah, this store's got a little bit of everything. Look at this. They got little food trucks. A little ice cream serving truck and hot dog and hamburger truck. They got Pez dispensers and candy. T-shirts, of course. A little bit of earrings there. But they always do interesting buying here because they always have neat little things to look at. Got this whole thing of wind-up toys. Wind-up rat. Look at this guy here. Wind-up dinosaur. That's a happy waving kitties. Good luck cats. A lot of novelty stuff. These are really cool. They're super flat metal pieces that have been laser cut and you put them together like a puzzle. I have a drum set one I bought and I've never even put it together yet. But you can see some built here. Ferris wheel and Star Wars. Look at all these rubber ducks. Rubber ducks. Crazy hair duck. Angry duck. Guitar duck. Flower duck. Giant sailor ducks. Duck explosion. Rubber chickens. All these pins here to write with, writing pins, unicorn, donut, avocado pen. These fun pops. Look at this, they have random stuff like a shoe form. You can buy a wooden shoe form. And a little chart on how they're made and what they're used for. French fries. These look like those little Squishmallow toys that my daughter loves so much. They're not quite the same. They're cute though. Look at that little owl. Ah, Tintin books. Man, I loved these when I was a kid. They had great artwork in them and real detailed. t-shirts, Tintin figurines, Tintin toys. The movie they made a few years ago was actually pretty good. A little Tintin rocket. And keychains. Got a skier. They even have watches. Phone cases, of course. Those are kind of cool. Little clear ones with flowers. Coin purses. So as you can see, this place has a little bit of everything. Stickers. Who doesn't need more stickers in their life? And they got these tiny little toys. Little rubber animals. When I was a kid, look at this Bigfoot. What else they got here? Look at that claw. You put it on your finger. Octopus tentacle. They're like finger puppets. And the little kitties. Meow. Meow. Eyeballs. When I was a little kid, I collected these things. They were 10 cents each, and they had them in certain toy stores. I'd always get some, and I had a little collection of miniature dinosaurs and stuff. Here's more of the same, but these are hard. Kitty with a yarn ball, spiders, elephants, snails. The world's smallest duck. That's pretty small. Little ladybugs. Smallest violin. German dice, French dice. Get some of this artwork. Beautiful, huh? There's ceramics in here. Wow, look at these jellyfish. Those are awesome. So the tall one, $12,000. The double one, $3,400, and the small one, $800. That's some beautiful, expensive artwork. There's a bowl, a vase, a pig having a beer. This one's awesome too. How you like that Dr. Seuss thing? Here's some cool hats and shirts. In this place you can, it's an inn. That anchor there. So this is where the commuting ferry docks. And this is a hotel, or they call it an inn. Inn above the tide. I guarantee you the rooms here are not cheap. Now across the way is Belvedere. And Belvedere has some of the most expensive houses in the country. And you can, I don't know if you can see them, but the ones down by the water and the ones high, these are huge mansions that, you know, movie stars and rock stars can afford. No one else can. And then this is Angel Island. That's a state park. You take a ferry from Tiburon to Angel Island. You can bring your bike on it. When I was a kid, we used to ride our bicycles from the town of Mill Valley all the way over to the ferry and jump on it and ride our bikes around Angel Island. And it's a lot of fun. I'll probably do a video of Angel Island soon, because it's pretty interesting. It's an old, mostly military. The sign here tells you what fish are okay to eat and not safe to eat because of chemicals. Shark, sturgeon, croaker, surf perches, striped bass, because the bay is polluted. This sign here is an old picture of Saucelito, the ferry boats with the paddle wheels. And there's Tiburon and Angel Island, which I just showed you. Pretty cool. Old ferry timetable. And these hanging flower baskets are certainly nice. And they have these really cool spear flowers. I showed some of those in my Golden Gate Bridge video. You know, I went and bought some of these, and I have this huge plant in my backyard. It's probably the size of this one. No flowers, not one. So I'm not sure why. If anybody is out there watching the video and can tell me why my plant's not blooming, let me know. But these are certainly cool looking. You see all the bumblebees, the bees enjoying them. Bees are having a field day in here. Lots of bees. This is a little park towards the end here, and that's a plum or cherry blossom tree. I'm not sure which one. Another sign here. Shows Old Saucelito again. This is a Belvedere right over there. And this is where we are now. This is from 1924. It's almost a 100-year-old view. This is interesting little sculpture here. I'm not sure what it represents. Looks like the roses garden is going to be blooming soon. Couple little dinghies here. Funny story about these dinghies. When I was a teenager, my friend and I took one of these dinghies over farther down, and we thought it'd be fun to row out to the bay in the dinghy, and we put our bicycles on it, and we had no idea about anything, and we didn't realize that the tides would take us out. So no matter how hard we rowed, we ended up over here on the shore of Tiburon in Belvedere, and didn't have a choice of the matter. So that was a little freaky for a little bit because we didn't know if we were going to get sucked out by the you know, Alcatraz or wherever, because we were helpless because we couldn't row hard enough against the tide to do anything about it. And it was on a boat. It was bigger than that because we had 2 bicycles on it, but not much bigger than those. It's my crazy Saucelito story. Check out the paint job on this car. All nautical themed. Pretty cool. Kind of cool nautical flag tiles all over this building. I'm not an expert in nautical flags, but it looks pretty cool. This was always one of my favorite places to come, right here. They got this water fountain, and it's just it's in the middle of the town, but it's always really nice. There's some shade in there and the trees. And they got these cool elephant statues here. And they got this really cool fountain. It's always nice to come look at. And you can hang out in the park over here. Sit under the tree, bring a picnic lunch. So yeah, this fountain's always pretty fun. Kids really like it. And we got this palm tree here. This is a nice little park. It's like in the middle of town. So make sure you come check this out if you come to Saucelito. You can just sit here, bring a blanket, and have a little picnic in the middle of town here. It's always been one of my favorite locations in Saucelito. And then behind, you see the stairs. It's kind of neat. They go up to residential, but you can get a good photograph of your whole family on those stairs. This store is cool. It's got all these crystals and trinkets to take home with you. I like that planet Earth spinning. Superman. Mickey. There's a cool chair, huh? There's a cobra. Another business that's suffering because of COVID. We got all these notices all over COVID-19 protection plan. It's a local bar. Such a sad situation for these businesses. This is out front of the wall. And we got this cool stained glass here on the door. So part of Saucelito is all these boats. There's people that live out here. There's fishing boats, all on these piers. I'll show you some of those. Some of them pretty cool. I like that black and white one. So this is on the northern part of town, northeast. Sometimes you can see a seal, but there's nothing going on right now with the seals. It's very quiet. And that's Mount Tamalpais in the background. And more beautiful houses up there with amazing views. Here's a couple signs I found about how Saucelito was before the Golden Gate Bridge. So you'd have these trains and they'd ferry everything over, and then you'd take the train. Pretty wild, huh? Think about it. Before the Golden Gate Bridge, everything was trains. You see this one, Willits? That's a long way away if you're taking a train to Willits. And then San Rafael. San Rafael is about 20 miles north. But Willits is like, I don't know, 150 miles north. Pretty neat. Here's a little statue, a gentleman named Phil Frank. Now, I honestly don't know anything about him, but obviously he's important. He's got a little bird on his shoulder. This is interesting. I didn't even notice this. I walked right by. It's a timeline of Saucelito on the pavement. Gambling. Prohibition, Golden Gate Bridge opening, 1937. I have a complete video of Golden Gate Bridge, so check it out. 50 houseboats. This place is called Gene Hiller. It's a real fancy men's clothing store. A friend of mine used to work here. Like a tie like that's like, you know, $200 tie. That watch. Well, boats painted on the wall there. The seals are cute. With the stairs up here. And there's an alleyway here. You can just walk right up to another residential. Just right off the main drag. There's a little cool toy store in here. It's always fun to go in. Got snow globes, Alcatraz book, Alcatraz flask, little cable cars, coffee cups, little piggy banks. Got some great kites up there. I like that dinosaur and shark one. Yo-yos. Crazy 8 Ball, Mad Libs, So they got a little bit of something for the kids to enjoy here. Especially the kites. This is a good place to fly kites. It gets pretty windy in Saucelito. You go out. There's a park north of downtown that's got a grassy field you could fly them on. It's more wind-up toys like that other store. And there's battery-powered scorpions. They crawl like scorpions. Those are kind of creepy, actually. And they got all these like Japanese style or Japanese little tiny figurines. Okay, I'm just walking south. This time I'm on the west side. Still blown away at how quiet it is. The effects of COVID. Oh, dancing sheep. Those are cool. And then the street just goes around. There's a Starbucks up here. A couple other small shops. And then it just goes into residential, so there's not much more to look at. So there's some cool coffee. There's a little coffee shop here. There's a pizzeria. And this place is cool. Kitchen, store, deli.
Have a beautiful day.
Candy store. It's kind of cool. Well, that was pretty much it. As you can see, we did a full circle. So yeah, that's Saucelito. It's not, I didn't show you every aspect of Saucelito. It is a nice old 65 Mustang convertible. Beautiful car. $289 on it. I didn't show you guys everything. But this is the main part. The rest down is, there's one street called Caledonia Street. It's got a really cool bookstore on it. And some other stores. But this is the heart of Saucelito that I wanted to show you. Show you some real estate prices here. Here's one for only $2 million. Here's one for $2.5 million. That's in the wine country though. This one's a bargain at $898,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3 baths. That seems cheap. I don't see anything in Saucelito here, which is kind of weird. It says here this building was the original Saucelito fire station. Original Saucelito fire station. There's some of the houses just along the front. This one's got all blacked out windows. They want privacy. And this is an older kind of Victorian style almost. And this one They all have the kind of unique characters. Look at the this one on the cliff. Kind of crazy. They have to put the foundation way down into the rocks. And this one is kind of run down considering where we are. And this one's completely modern. They got blacked out windows too. This is more of that house. It's got a round living room window. I'm just walking along the sidewalk here. And then this one is like completely modern. Looks new. I got this whole, this is kind of neat. There's plants going up the side here. Gated private entrance. It's certainly beautiful. These guys have a tram that goes up the side of the hill. It's the only way you can get to the top. You see that? It's like you get to ride a little roller coaster every day to your house. At the very end of the street here, there's also another little garden, which is quite nice. I don't think it's a private property deal. I think it's just part of the street. Tiffany Beach. So yeah, it's a little place you can come. And the residents are up there, but there's little benches here. Another place you can come and have a little snack or lunch and have this amazing view of the Bay Area. There's some paddleboarding out there. This house is nice. This is on the very end. It's got the terracotta steps. Hey, I wanted to thank you for joining me on my video of Saucelito, California, the little town north of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's kind of weird because it's so quiet, as you saw, with COVID-19 still in effect. Normally it's hopping, this town. If you liked it, you know, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, give me some comments. And if you found my daughter's octopus, let me know in the comments where you found it. And I'll give you a shout out in one of my upcoming videos. First 3 people that comment. Alright, thanks again for coming along, and I'll see you next time.